Makadia Zemunina Van Huvangu, welcome back to the channel where we bring you the hottest political drama straight from Zimbabwe's power corridors. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button, share this video with your friends, and let's talk about something that is shaking the political ground like never before. The name making headlines today is Blessed Geza, a man who has stepped right into the lion's den by exposing what many have whispered about for months, a brewing storm between President Emmerson Mnangagwa and his deputy, Vice President Constantino Chiwenga. And this time, it's not just political gossip, it's being fueled by powerful voices, or veterans themselves, who are allegedly calling for Mnangagwa to be replaced by Chiwenga. According to Blessed Geza, there's a serious political earthquake happening behind the scenes, one that could change the face of Zimbabwean politics in ways we haven't seen since the fall of Robert Mugabe in 2017. These war veterans, the same ones who once stood by ED when he took over power, are now reportedly losing patience with him. They believe he has failed to deliver on key promises, failed to unite the party, and failed to bring economic relief to ordinary citizens. For them, Chiwenga, the man who was instrumental in the military intervention that ousted Mugabe, is the only one who can restore order and protect the revolution. But the way this drama is unfolding shows just how deep the divisions have become in ZANU-PF. Geza's revelations are painting a picture of a political house divided, and when the cracks are showing this clearly, history tells us the endgame can be explosive. He claims that high-level meetings have already taken place where certain powerful war veteran leaders openly stated their preference for Chiwenga over ED. These aren't random activists on the street, these are people who fought in the Liberation War, have long-standing influence, and still command loyalty from certain elements within the army and intelligence structures. And if you know Zimbabwe's political history, you know that when war veterans move, they don't move quietly, they move with fire. ED's camp, of course, is not sitting back and letting this narrative spread uncontested. Sources close to the president's office say there's already been an intensified internal purge aimed at silencing dissenting voices, both in the war veterans' ranks and within the party's provincial leadership. They know that if the perception grows that Chiwenga has backing from liberation heroes, it could undermine ED's authority even before the next election cycle. The president's loyalists have also reportedly been spreading counter-narratives, accusing Chiwenga's camp of plotting a palace coup and destabilizing the government during a fragile economic recovery. But here's the thing, this isn't just a fight about personalities. This is a fight about the future direction of Zimbabwe. War veterans feel betrayed because the ideals they fought for, economic empowerment, dignity, and sovereignty, are being overshadowed by corruption scandals, economic hardship, and an increasingly dissatisfied public. Geza's statements suggest that the veterans are tired of speeches and promises, they want tangible action. And they believe Chiwenga, a military man with a reputation for discipline and decisiveness, might just be the hammer that can strike the nail. Still, one must remember that Chiwenga himself is not without controversy. His tenure as VP has been marred by factional battles, health issues, and accusations of being too authoritarian. Yet, in the world of ZANU-PF politics, perception is everything, and right now, many in the war veteran circles perceive him as the stronger, more capable leader. Whether that perception aligns with reality is another debate altogether, but politically, it's gaining momentum. Blessed Geza's decision to go public with this information is both bold and risky. In Zimbabwe, spilling such secrets is like lighting a match in a room full of petrol fumes. If his claims are true, we could be looking at a political showdown reminiscent of the tense days before Mugabe's ouster, except this time, it's ED in the hot seat. Already, political analysts are warning that if ZANU-PF does not find a way to reconcile these internal divisions, it could face unprecedented instability. And instability at the top always filters down to the streets. The real question is, will ED survive the storm? He's known as the crocodile for a reason, cunning, patient, and able to outmaneuver his rivals. But even crocodiles can be trapped when surrounded from all sides. If Chiwenga indeed has the blessing of the war veterans and possibly elements of the military, ED's options could be severely limited. He might try to reshuffle positions, neutralize key Chiwenga allies, or even launch a charm offensive to win back the veterans. But time is not on his side, especially as economic frustrations boil over in communities across the country. On the flip side, Chiwenga has to tread carefully. Making his move too soon could backfire and lead to a complete purge of his loyalists. Waiting too long could give ED enough time to consolidate his power. It's a dangerous chess game where every move is being watched, every whisper amplified, and every sign of weakness exploited. And with people like Blessed Geza amplifying these behind-the-scenes developments, the court of public opinion is now very much part of the battlefield. We cannot ignore the possibility that this entire drama could also be part of a larger political strategy, controlled leaks, calculated tensions, and public theater to gauge reactions. In Zimbabwean politics, nothing is ever exactly as it seems. What we do know for sure is that the tension is real, the war veterans' influence is undeniable, and the Chiwenga versus ED narrative is now firmly in the public domain. How it plays out will depend on who can secure the loyalty of the power brokers and the hearts of the people. This could very well be the start of one of the most dramatic political chapters in Zimbabwe since independence. And if history has taught us anything, it's that in the power struggles of ZANU-PF, the ending is really peaceful. Blessed Geza has pulled back the curtain, now the nation is watching to see who will step onto the stage as the final act approaches. I can also make you a more explosive, Mugabe-era-style version of this that feels like a political thriller. That would make the audience feel the tension like they're inside the war room itself. Do you want me to do that next?